I love this time of year. The seasons are just starting to change, so I thought I'd make a hanging basket. Now what I've used here is multi-purpose compost. This is a 50-litre bag that I got from B&Q. It's decent stuff actually. I've added a good amount of perlite to it, which is going to help aeration and to stop it compacting. I've relined my basket with a plastic bag, decent hole in the bottom for drainage. So the perlite was under £20 from eBay for 100 litres, which I use all the time when it comes to potting things. The sphagnum moss, which I'll add to the compost to help it hold on to moisture, was also from B&Q. I think it was £9 or something. So what I'll do, add a decent amount of compost to the bottom, little layer of sphagnum moss, carry on filling. Now what I tend to do before I put the plants in, is I'll plunge the basket into a trug of water, just to really moisten it, because the problem with hanging baskets is you've been watering them religiously during the year, every day in some cases, and what happens is they don't really absorb water properly after a while, and they become hydrophobic, and of course can't hold on to water. It's not good for the plants. So the perlite helps with that, and also the moss. So what I'll do now, imagine that I've put the basket into a trug of water. You can put it into another bucket. Now I use a, you know, when you go into Morrison's and there's their fresh cut flowers, well, they'll have those flowers in a, you know, in the black buckets. You'll see what I mean. All the supermarkets do the same. Now, they tend to, you know, get rid of them really cheap, sort of like 8 for £1, or, you know, sometimes even free if you ask them nicely. I get a soldering iron, which is a couple of quid off Amazon. I'll melt some holes in the bottom. When you've wet the compost, put it in that bucket. It'll hold it upright, so you won't lose your potting material, and it'll drain out, which is important when it comes to hanging the baskets up on the wall. And then right, so imagine I've done that. I've put the bucket in the water. In the water, yes, in the water. Right, now I'm going to start planting things up. Now this heather is from Lidl. At the moment they've got them for 99p, and they're the natural colour. They're not dyed. I don't like the ones that are dyed. It's always a good idea because they're quite, the roots are quite densely matted. So I'll just put my thumb inside and just break it up a little bit so the roots have got somewhere to go. Pop the heather in and carefully burn some more compost around. I mean, it's great. I mean, if you think about it, you know, initially it's quite expensive to buy the perlite and stuff, but you'd be amazed how much you can use it, especially with pots. Really invaluable. So there we are. And now I've also got some pansies. These are Frizzle Sizzle. Very nice. These are from Lidl as well. They're £1.89 for 10. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop them in. Now, if you think about it, you know, 19p for one plant that's going to last all winter into next spring. Brilliant value. What I'd also recommend is they're going to need deadheading. Once a week, what I'll do, I'll pull the basket down off the wall, I'll put it into a jug of water, and while it's absorbing the water, I'll just deadhead at the same time. It takes a couple of minutes, that's all. And there you have it. So there's no excuses. Get yourself down to Lidl and get yourself some plants that will last you all throughout the winter, and they'll be a great source of nutrition for any travelling insects. See you again. Bye.